What is going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of 302 Birds. Happy to be here with y'all tonight with the famous, you guys already know what time it's for.
Change my hat.
Time for Phillies talk with Ballpark Tommy.
Junior Stitch. Had to do a quick hat change for you, too.
We're going to bring you in here real quick, too. Before we get into Ballpark Tommy, I did hit that a little prematurely, so my fault, guys. We'll hit it again in a minute. But I forgot. We actually got Jack's weekly call-ins with Mr. Anthony Fitz. How are you doing tonight, Fitz?
Bird gang in the house. How we doing today, guys?
Good. Hey, you're doing great, bro. Your audio sounds phenomenal, by the way.
Hey, man, I had to take some advice from a friend.
I hear you. How you doing tonight, though? I'm loving that Kelly Green on you, man.
Hey, man, you know how we do, man. That's the Bird gang I grew up with, man.
Hey, well,
nothing was better and nothing was worse than 80s Eagles football. 80s, early 90s Eagles football, nothing was better and nothing was worse.
Hey, well, real quick, before we get into your question, Fitz, I do want to thank El Diablo Burritos for sponsoring this segment. If you guys don't know already, El Diablo is the premier spot in Delaware to get pretty much any Mexican food, from a taco to a bowl to a burrito. They do everything the best. They're pretty much known for their burritos, but if you guys have not checked out El Diablo yet, and their phenomenal burritos, their phenomenal queso, you're really missing out. But Fitz, what do you got for us tonight?
This question is for my man, 10 Toes Down Tommy. Who you think will have a better season, Hurts or Wentz?
Hurts or Wentz? I think it's a pretty obvious one when I look at the wide receiver cores. I think Hurts is gonna have a better season. He's got weapons like Devonta Smith. He's got Brown, obviously now. He's got I love calling him the Quez Watkins. I love him. He's not as super flashy, but I love that guy. So that all being said, when I look at the supporting cast around Wentz versus Hurts, I think it's fairly obvious. There's a lot of people that are casting doom upon Hurts, which I don't understand that. Why would you hope your own quarterback does bad? I've been hearing a lot of that hate on the general sports radio this week. Whether you turn on 97.5 or 94, or it doesn't matter. Everybody's just casting this dark, ominous cloud over Jalen Hurts, which I don't understand why. So that being said, you look at the supporting cast, you look at at this point, skill-wise, I think they're about equal, because as Wentz has a tendency to do what McNabb did in his later years, which is it's got to be a 98-mile-per-hour fastball coming at you when you're maybe 2 feet away. There's no touch there. Whereas
the good thing about McNabb was he ain't throw interceptions because he was throwing at all the worms on the ground.
Exactly. Well, that too. So, yeah. That was never more infuriating than he would have Deshaun Jackson wide open for a wide receiver screen, and all of a sudden it's just in his feet. It's it's the easiest pass ever.
It was McNabb, man. You know how he go. Even though he's the best quarterback we ever had, but you know how he do. He was super passive aggressive.
No, I agree. I think McNabb was the best quarterback we've had in our legacy as the Eagles.
I think so, and I've seen a few of them, man. I think so. I think he was better than Randall. I think he was better than Vic at the end. Vic had that bolt of lightning he caught, but I think McNabb he's definitely the best quarterback I've seen.
I agree.
So let me piggyback off of this. Who makes the playoffs? Washington and Philly.
I personally think Eagles are. I mean, the thing is,
sorry.
Speaking of which,
yeah, exactly. We have gotten progressively better than we've been since the Super Bowl run, even better than the Super Bowl run, and we didn't want to hold in our position. The only thing that's going to matter is if Jalen Hurts can complete a pass. If we have so many weapons at receiving,
I need to do a flag on the play, man. I don't mean to interrupt you, But I gotta give a shout out to my man Chris, man, because I never ever seen the Washington Commanders hat before in my life.
Yeah, I mean, these are the new ones. Go get them out now. They're fresh. Come on, baby. It's the Commanders, man. What are we doing here?
Chris, get out of here, please.
I can't believe this Wentz talk. Like, what the hell are we talking about here, man? The weapon, all right, I can see the argument for Hurts over Wentz. I get it. I completely get it. The weapons argument, what? I don't think it's like this to this. What are we?
I mean, Gibson's really underrated. I agree with Gibbs. Gibson's
but Chris, we have AJ Brown.
So Chris, how many quarterbacks you gonna steal from us before you know, like what y'all get them? They ain't really shit hitting on nothing.
Man, I remember when we got McNabb too, and it was like, yo, like we got McNabb now, and it was just it was bad. But yeah,
this is the remix.
We have a by far better offensive line than the Commanders have.
That's true. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So even if you have better weapons than us, Wentz is getting sacked because he has not got that much protection.
Well, just because you guys have a better offensive line than us doesn't mean we have a bad offensive line. I wouldn't say I'd say we're like middle of the pack. But I mean, if you look at the Washington weapons, you got Terry McLaurin, you got Curtis Samuel, you have Jahan Dotson out of Penn State, who's a dog. You have Antonio Gibson there. They just drafted a running back out of Alabama. So, like, you have weapons there. Obviously, it's down to Wentz if they make the playoffs or not, which I don't think they will. I think the Eagles probably will. But I just had to come in here and say some piece about my Washington team. This hat right here.
It took you like 3 years to get a name.
They should have stuck with the football team. I kind of like that one.
The Red Wolves. The Red Wolves would have been absolutely absurd.
Dude, I saw like a concept uniform with like all white helmet, all white jerseys, and like a wolf on the side. Like that thing would have been hard. But yeah, Commanders doesn't push the needle for me at all.
All right. Well, I guess that'll help. Tommy, you want to do the honors now?
Sure. What, are we going in the ballpark, Tommy, now?
Walking in as we speak.
Time for Phillies talk with Bob Tommy. Finger stitch.
I even got the special little hat for you, Dutchie, this week. Again.
That is a beautiful hat. And real quick, I do want to thank Fitz for coming on as our call-in. Fitz, we appreciate you. And tell them about what's coming up August 27th. Fitz, let them know.
Hey, we got the commission, man, on the official Bird Gang page. Holla at me. But D, August 27th, D been there. Hopefully all of y'all will come through there. We're going to do something special, man. If you thought it was special the last time, it was nothing on this time. But 10 toes down, Tommy, I got a question for you, brother.
What's that?
What's going on with the basketball game, man? Me and
Jalen trying to come through there. You got to organize that.
I'm hearing lots of excuses from our two players, and personally, I think it's disrespectful to you and me at this point that they have not played or even set a date to play.
Man, we waiting and they hesitating, man. Like
August 13th is when we're having it.
August 13th?
All right, August 13th. I don't even
know. August 20th. August 20th.
August 20th. Y'all heard it here.
We'll pull up. Me and Jalen, we gonna pull up.
August 20th. Eagles' first preseason. No, that's wrong. Oh no. Yeah, Eagles' first preseason game is the 21st, so it'll work out great.
Well, you heard it here first. But Fitzy, thank you as always. And one final bird call. I love that, man. Appreciate him as always. Like he said, Commish is going to be a ton of fun. Hopefully we'll get some of the squad there. But all right, guys, moving from a high note to a lower note real quick. Everybody here is a Phillies fan, so this is pretty fun. I'm just going to take this banner off real quick because I just don't want both on the screen at the same time, Segs. That's all. Schwo, no. I mean, was it fixed? I mean, I'll let our guest take it first. I mean, what do you think, Chris?
Because you can buy it soon.
Yeah, I mean – it looked, I mean, he was not hitting home runs. And obviously when Pujols had like 2 home runs at like the 1.5 minute mark, and I was like, oh, he might not hit 3. Like, I don't think he might hit 3 or 4. And then he just went on a little bit of a tear. He ended up with like 13. I'm like, okay, Schwarber has this in the bag. And then he blew it. But low-key though, he did hit, I think he tied out Pujols. I don't know if you guys seen the videos out there. I think
I've seen the videos.
You have like one job as an ESPN analyst, and it's to count the home runs, and that's it. That's your only job.
Well,
I think
not even that.
Kids in preschool could have done better than a lot of those ESPN and out.
It was ridiculous.
Not even that. They counted home run that Pujols hit when the timer was done.
Yeah,
So,
I saw that too.
For the first round. So, I mean, I don't think we were robbed. Yeah, we were robbed, but it's not that big of a deal. It's the home run derby.
Yeah,
but still, it's my favorite all-star skills competition.
Well, that's your first mistake. Sports. That's your first mistake, dude.
Who cares?
Why?
All-star breaks suck in every sport.
That's true, but baseball sucks a little less.
Baseball is a kid's game.
I don't know. The NBA is kind of sick, like with it. To be honest, I like the NBA.
I think we're getting back to it being better. I was kind of annoyed when it was like kind of like how with baseball, like it's just a photo op, whereas the NBA, like it actually gets exciting, like that last quarter because they made it like I think that whoever wins gets $1 million and whoever loses gets nothing now.
I'd rather have my teams like all-stars like rest halfway through the season. Like I know no league will do it because they're like wasting way too much money, but like I'd rather just have Schwarber like rest.
Well, that's what he's doing. They don't play again until Friday. They have off tonight, tomorrow. Oh, he had off. He essentially didn't play last night. He walked up to bat twice. That's it. It's not like he played a full game even.
He was 8 years old. Schwarber was when Pujols hit his first home run.
He shouldn't even like have been in that position. Like he should have beat him in the first part of it. It shouldn't even have
needed extra time.
Like,
I agree with you.
The hit off or whatever. But yeah, I mean, it is the home run derby. So like, what are we doing?
It just looked fixed. It didn't look like he was even really trying. It looked like the umpire was holding up his pitcher too. Why was his pitcher going so slow?
I hated our pitcher, dude. He threw one that was all the way outside to the right, and I don't even watch a lot of baseball. I was like, what was that? I was like screaming. I was getting so mad. Thankfully, I didn't bet. I almost did.
Oh my god. I was so
annoyed. Like Chris and I said, it's the fucking home run derby. What's the point? What's not that big of a deal? Like
it was a big deal when my boy Bobby Abreu and Ryan Howard won it.
Yeah, but I feel like it meant something then.
I get it, Tom. You got to pick with him. Sorry.
I feel like it meant something. But like now with like, I feel like it just kind of like, let's see how many home runs you can hit. Whereas before it was like the 10 pitch thing where you get 10 swings, however many home runs you get. I think that is better than what they're doing now. Now it's just like,
I agree. That was way better.
Yeah.
The problem is they're trying to appeal to like the TikTok kids. It's who have an attention span of about 10 seconds and then go squirrel.
There were so many.
Cover your ears.
They would post like the footage of a home run hit like a minute ago. How am I supposed to like concentrate on the home run derby when they have 10 graphics up of the launch angle, the footage of the home run, how fast it went? It's ridiculous.
Couldn't agree with you more.
Just bridged us well into our second topic. Like, what are your guys' realistic expectations for the postseason? I mean, Harper could come back September, October baseball. Where you guys see the season ending? What do you guys see like your expectations being? Like, give me a hopeful like prediction and then a realistic prediction. We'll let you go first, Chris.
Go for it.
Chris. Oh, sorry, you can go, Tom. That's cool.
No,
go ahead, Tom.
Chris. No, you're right.
Chrissy, take it.
Relax,
Tom. I think that they're going to make the postseason as a wild card, and I don't think that's too much of a stretch to say. They're in the wild card right now. If it ended today, hopefully we get Harper back in mid-August. That'd be great. I have some stats here that I brought about Rob Thompson because I do want to give him his shine. Under Girardi, we had a +1 run differential when he got fired. As of right now, we have a +61 run differential. So he covered like 60 runs. I mean, like the bullpen's been great. They're 27-14 under Rob Thompson. I mean, he's been awesome. And if he can kind of continue that, if they can kind of tread water until Segura, who we've had haven't had pretty much the whole year, and Harper gets back hopefully around mid-August, we can go in September with a full stack lineup. I know the pitching's kind of iffy. We probably got to get another arm at the trade deadline. But if we can go in relatively healthy with Harper and Segura, I think it's not that much of a stretch to say that they can end up in the wild card, in deep into the playoffs as well, because their lineup is stacked.
Yeah. My hopeful prediction, which we already started to see it because they had to play somebody other than the Nationals, the Mets collapse. They were at one point they were 12 games over the Braves. The Braves are 2 games back. Okay, so they might blow. Forget a 3-1 lead, a 12-0 lead. They're about to blow. So we'll just start with there. That's my hopeful. Do I think that they'll win? The Braves will win the division at this point? Yes, because I think the Mets finally realize, oh shit, we have to score more than 2 runs a game and play someone other than the Nationals, who are essentially a AAA team at this point. Realistic expectations, I think they can make it to the playoffs, and here's why I say that. So the 2 teams we're probably going to go neck and neck with down the stretch are the Giants and the Cardinals. The Cardinals are in the lottery right now to essentially get Juan Soto from the Nationals. That would be their big addition. With us not having Harper for so long now, our big addition will be having Harper back from the IL. So that's our big addition, essentially. So, like, I see that as a match for match addition. And they're currently tied with the Cardinals in the wildcard spot.
We had the tiebreaker with the Cardinals, too.
What?
We had the tiebreaker with the Cardinals.
Do it? Well, they still do a game 162 at this point. Or 163, sorry, my bad. I had to break that tie. Is what would happen right now. Oh, winner go home. I believe that as long as Rob Manfred didn't screw that part of the game up. I love game 163s. That's because it's do or die. It's like winner go home, you know? So, but I agree with you, Chris. They do need to get another arm. I'm not so concerned with the bullpen anymore. What I'm more concerned about is preserving that bullpen and getting a starter, especially with Eflin being questionable now to even return the rest of the season.
All right, Tom, you're done. You're done. Let the baseball all-stars talk right now, okay? We're making the playoffs. We're getting that wild card spot. We're going to make it win the wild card, then the divisional, then the championship, then the World Series. We're making it all the way, Tommy. We're going to hit dingers. Harper's coming back. All right, stop with this analytic, whatever. I don't care. We're going to win.
We're not care about numbers and analytics.
We're going to win.
It's not your CBIS. It's not your CBIS work.
We're going to step up to the plate and hit dingers.
Yeah, we're going to win.
That's all we
the
need.
World Series.
That's all we need.
We're winning the World Series.
Chris is judging us so hard right
now.
I'm holding off expecting. We haven't made the playoff. I think we have like the longest drought in the NL. I'm pretty
we
like
do.
we're one of them.
It's been 11 years.
Yes, I know.
We gotta make the playoffs first, guys.
Yeah, we're making the wild card spot.
Let's get that out of the way.
Yeah.
I think last time I was on here, I said in September they're gonna have to win. They're gonna have to be consistent. They've been consistent like up until the All-Star break, but if their Achilles heel, because we've been in this position before like, the last couple of years, where they get into the All-Star break and they're in a good spot, and September it just falls apart, and then we find ourselves like 10 games back from a wild card, 10 games back from the division. They got to be consistent. If they can beat up on like the bad teams and kind of tread water on the Mets and the Braves, I think they get in there, and I think they can make a run because their lineup can, like I said, their lineup can match up with anybody's, and our 1-2 between Nola and Wheeler, that can also match up with anybody's. Yeah. So we just got to get in and saw what happened with the Nats a couple years ago.
What do we got going on here?
It's like 1,000 degrees up here, so I had to.
I mean, I'm not
hotter than the Phillies, though.
I mean, you guys pretty much took all the words out of my mouth. I got nothing else to say about the Phillies.
Not as hot as the dumpster fire that the Flyers should do and burn the team, baby.
Okay. What a transition that was.
Josh?
The Flyers suck. I mean,
there we go. That's what I was going at.
The graphic doesn't need to come up for you to keep talking. The graphic doesn't tell him, Tom.
We suck. We're horrible. Drew's gone. Wayne Simmons is gone. Voracek is gone. We have like JVR and Travis Konecny on our team. Like that's literally it. Like if Carter Hart sucks this year, we have no hope. It's really upsetting that that's the case. I do like that we kind of have a dickhead of a coach though. Like I feel like that's what we need. I don't know. That's just me. Like with these guys.
What do you think about the guys who you just drafted? How do you like those picks?
I don't know. It's the NHL draft. I don't know.
It's always a crapshoot.
Yeah. It's Canadian and American.
It's not like the NFL or NBA where it's like, yeah, we know these guys are going to be studs.
It's just a bunch of white guys. You know what I'm saying, Salucci?
Yes.
Yeah. Jack just whispered to me we got more viewers because he took his shirt off.
I think so.
No.
I mean, the views went up. I mean, maybe if Jack and you could share in Facebook groups, a lot of single women would see that Jack is single too and ready to mingle. And maybe Jack might get a girl to hit him up in the DMs. But Tom, are you hitting up Chuck Fletcher in the DMs anytime soon?
The only thing I'm hitting up Chuck Fletcher for is reimbursement for having to watch this dumpster fire of a team. It's the only thing I'll be hitting him up for.
You pay to watch?
I go to the game.
You go to the games?
Just to heckle Chuck Fletcher.
Why?
And it's snuggle Gritty. You don't want to go dap up my main boy Gritty?
For a March hockey game.
So I just want to go dap up Gritty.
Gritty is kind of a baller.
Yeah, that's it.
He's the best thing about the Flyers.
He's the only thing the Flyers have going for them.
No, there's two things. The Flyers are Philadelphia and Gritty.
I feel bad for the people trying to sell tickets for the Flyers right now, man. That's got to be a tough one.
That's got to be absolutely brutal.
Yeah.
Well, what they're trying to do is sell you Sixers season tickets and then put this as an add-on. Because I know people who are like Flyer season ticket holders for forever, and they're like, I'm not wasting my money on this season. Like, I already know it's going to suck. And it's pretty easy it's not like Eagles season tickets. It's pretty easy to reclaim your Flyers season tickets in this town.
Yeah. Chris, what are you thinking? I mean, about the Flyers? Do you have any hope for this team? Are you a Flyers fan? You are, right?
I guess I could. Yeah, I guess I'll call myself one.
Let's go.
They're a dumpster fire, man. Like, do you see the graphic on the screen? Like that is. It's an accurate description. You had Johnny
Retool was two players.
Yeah, you had Johnny Hockey, who wanted to go to Philly. He wanted to go play for the Flyers for whatever reason. Who the hell knows?
That's why.
Yeah, he's from here, and we couldn't. It's just like no, we're not going to sign him. Like we're good. We're going to sign some bums instead. Yeah, it's an odd decision. Probably won't work out for Chucky Fletch, but when he gets fired, I'm sure he'll have some fun at the beach. So that's about it on the Flyers for me.
Yeah,
we're gonna be done watching the Flyers by like Thanksgiving break. It sucks.
Yeah, I'm already done watching
by Halloween.
So you should dress up as Gritty for Halloween.
I should dress up as Gritty?
Yeah.
That's not a bad idea.
You got the face.
Well, real quick, bridging into our next topic. I mean, Tom, you made a good point. Bundle of season ticks. Chris, I want to thank you for coming on. Hope you have a good night, brother. And we appreciate you as always.
Yeah, thank you, guys. Go Commanders. Gonna be a hell of a season, boys.
Appreciate you, bro. Take care. All right, fellas.
This is always
I have a few text messages from people about your shirtlessness. I have one that says,
I mean, we have a lot of viewers right now.
Please put a shirt back on.
Who said that?
An anonymous texter.
Okay.
We had somebody in here who was our guest. I guess he bitched out. But anyway, James Harden takes his pay cut. The Sixers are making a big splash. Do you guys think, I'll let you take this first, Tommy, you think that there's any chance the Sixers still sign anybody, make a big splash? I mean, it's nice to see Harden kind of taking this leadership in his career, especially because of the player that he was. Nothing against him. I hope he bounces back. I have a ton of love for Harden now and a ton of respect after this move. I mean, what are your thoughts on the whole situation?
Okay, he took a pay cut, but he's still going to get paid $33 a year. It's his contract. He got signed at like 5:00 tonight. Hold on. Let's check the old ESPN. Here, $68.6 million. So he's going to get paid $34.3 million a year. Oh, he's really going to be hurting for that money. He's still getting paid. He's old. He's old. He can't last anymore. We're not getting MVP, the beard, James Harden. We're getting washed up and old, might be able to do something, more of like the old man on the bench type of guy. So we definitely need more pieces, because our pieces are PJ Tucker, Joel Embiid, James Harden, Maxey, and I don't even know who the fifth would be at this point, but we're not looking too good.
Tommy, what do you want James Harden to do? Like, he took a pay cut. He was hurt last year. He got traded like mid-year. I think
Want him to be good.
He's fat and old.
Yeah, and we're paying him like he's not fat and old.
Well, yeah, but like he's still like above average fat and old. Like, he's still like a top 10 scorer in the NBA.
He's scoring. He was averaging like 15 with us.
Well, he's also never played with a big man like Embiid before, so it's not like he's always been the guy. He's always been the number one like player. Like, even when he was on the Thunder and he came off the bench, like, he was giving them serious minutes when KD was on the bench. So And then the Rockets, he's number one, and then on the Nets were a dumpster fire. Like, Kyrie and KD never played together on the Nets. They didn't play with Harden. So, like, it's really the first time Harden's had, like, a serious big man. And the fact that he takes a pay cut, he wants to win. Like, a championship ring is the only thing this man is missing from his NBA, like, obvious Hall of Fame resume. So I think it's at least showing that his, like, mindset's in the right spot. Like, he wants to take a pay cut. He wants to win. He has all offseason to practice with Embiid, like, kind of actually now figure out how they want to play together, because it's different. It's not Embiid is a different type of player to play with than other, like, NBA teams have. Like, not many people still have that true number one center. So James Harden, it takes time. And also Maxey's a beast.
Maxey's a beast.
Maxey's a beast.
We all agree there.
Yeah. So I mean, I think it's good. It's in the right spot. We're not going to get the big free agent or the big trade. Like, KD's not coming to the Sixers.
Good. I don't want KD.
Okay, that's a bad opinion, Tom. What do you mean you don't
Why
want
is that
KD?
bad opinion? Where has he gone?
I want KD for the right price. There we go.
Hold on, Tom. Finish what you're about to
sorry,
say.
Golden State. I know. As soon as it left my mouth.
But even the Nets.
Mr. Horrible Audio is in the house. Where are you coming live to us from?
Oh my God!
What's up, fellas? I'm at the
Where
beach.
are you?
I'm at the beach.
How many drinks
City.
deep?
Dude, quite a few. And I
Is
went
that
to
the
the
score?
arcade. I went to the arcade.
Hey, well, give us a cheers to the Sixers next year and your prediction for building towards something bigger. TTP for the last time, hopefully.
Yeah, I mean, as I said on the last episode, dude, all you were like, I want KD so damn bad. All of you wanted KD, except one of you, I forget who, but I had Arrow yelling at me, Zep not believing in his own religion anymore because of it. It was just like, dude, like, KD is too expensive. Yeah, now you change your mind, but everyone was like,
I didn't change
I want
my mind.
KD, and then I come in, and then I'm like, he's too expensive. You said the right price, but the thing is, the Nets are not going to take the right price because they know how much value he is. They want like half the starting lineup of good lineup and their future 5 picks. That's what they want. They wanted Devin Booker. They wanted Adebayo on top of picks and other players. Like, it's just too damn expensive. I don't know. It could be like when we tried trading Ben Simmons and we demanded the world from every team and no one gave it to us. Then we got what we got.
Which I feel like we still got good. But hold on, Greg. Let me be clear. I'm very happy with Harden taking a pay cut and all this. I would trade every single Sixer, including like the ladies who like wash the chairs for the benches. Like I would trade everybody besides Embiid for KD.
Yeah, I'm 100% with Josh on that. That is the best take of the night.
Dude,
Anybody on the team for KD.
No. We don't. We can't.
Except for
Not
Embiid.
anybody.
Except for Embiid.
It has to have proven by now that teams throwing everything, like their whole future, and keeping one star and then bringing in someone of his caliber hasn't worked every time. The Nets, the freaking Nets, like they just did it. The team he's currently on, they gave a lot away to get him, had to clear a lot of cap space. They were lucky. They had good people who got better, but it doesn't work because if he gets injured, then there's no one to support and fill in.
That is true.
Like again, he was injured. He was injured quite a bit. He was injured
also had to play
quite a bit
against Kyrie. Like Kyrie, like he's a wild man.
He's a flat earther.
Well, you know, everybody has to have a code, Tom.
Yeah.
No, but I want to go back to something real quick. Me and Tom seem to disagree on this. I agree with Josh. I would trade anybody on the team except for Embiid for KD. Tom said except Maxey. Greg, would you trade Tyrese Maxey for Kevin Durant?
Dude, like I would not, but they would demand him because they know how amazing of a future that kid has. And like I wouldn't because he is in the perfect environment to grow. Like Harden has been such a mentor for him recently, and really like right after we signed Harden, traded for Harden, he showed Maxey his his step back shot. And
hey Greg, don't forget that there's somebody behind you.
What?
That was mean. I'm sorry.
I'm just walking down the promenade, having the time. But yeah, dude, no, it's not worth it in my opinion. It's too many people, and like Maxey, like of course not, dude. Like he could be like Darius Garland, amazing player, right? Developed around his team. It's brand new. Maxey's the same way.
Fair point. I mean, I don't really have anything else about the Sixers. Anybody else got any rebuttals? Tom?
Also, one more thing about Maxey. To just show his value, why is it every team in the NBA is trying to trade for him right now? Oh,
for who?
Would you make that, Tom, on the screen?
Trade Maxey and Milton for 4 firsts and Harris for KD and Seth. So wait. I'm trying to make so I would trade Maxey and Milton and 4 firsts and Harris for just KD and Seth. That's all I'm getting for 4 firsts.
I do it.
I would
honestly, I would do that because you get a great shooter, Seth Curry, and then you get KD, which is great. But also, you gotta remember that has to be a win it now.
Because you have Harden.
Seth's contract runs out next year. So there's no telling if we still have him or if he has a great game and we have to give him more money. Like, we don't know what that's going to be. So it has to be right now. This isn't a team that's like, oh, this is our team for the next couple of years. This is a win-now team. Embiid will be out of his prime. We don't know when. And everyone else, like, it's just time. Because Maxey especially, when he gets when he's able to get a new contract, he's probably going to ask for a max.
No, I hear that 100%. Greg, I want to thank you for coming on tonight. Our Sixers expert for the time being, Greg Fernandez. We appreciate you for coming on the show. You're definitely welcome a bunch more.
Thanks, man.
Peace, and enjoy Sea Isle.
Hold up.
Greg, I love you.
Tom, am I seeing you Friday?
Yes.
Aha, OD.
Yes.
Let's go.
Oh, geez, look out. Thanks, Greg. All right, fellas, on to the Eagles part of the night. Most exciting matchups next year for Jalen Hurts. He's got a lot of tests as a young QB. By the way, we don't have any more guests. This is pretty much where we're at tonight. It's going to be an OGs kind of night. But yeah, Jalen Hurts, he's got to go up against Aaron Rodgers and the Packers, Derrick Henry and the freaking Titans, Kyler Murray and the Cardinals. I don't think D-Hop early in the season, though. Justin Jefferson, Dalvin Cook, Kirk Cousins, I don't really want to say because I don't think he's that scary. He's a nice guy. And last but not least, I think Jonathan Taylor and the Colts offensive line is scary. Which matchup are you guys most excited to see for next season, and how come?
It's not even there. I'm excited for the Commanders and the Eagles. next year.
Ooh, that's a
Yes.
good one.
Wentz coming back to Philly. I'm not sure he's going to get love or hate, but, I mean, I think, and this might be bold saying this, but I think the NFC East right now, the Commanders and the Eagles are the top 2 teams to beat. So I'm excited to see that with the weapons they have on both offense and defense for the Eagles, and to see if Carson Wentz can still play coming back to Lincoln Financial Field.
I don't care about any of those. You just listed all offensive players. I only care about defense with Hurts, and the best defense he's going to play all season is the Steelers defense. So that's definitely the biggest test of his. I mean, yeah, like the Commanders, he's got Wentz across the field. Like I get that, like the mental aspect, but like this guy needs the ball out, and the Steelers are by far the best defense we're playing, and I think that's going to be an insane matchup.
I'm excited personally for Aaron Rodgers. The Packers are a team that the Eagles a lot of times can take advantage of, I think, in my opinion. You guys remember when we robbed them 2 years ago? That game that we shouldn't have won, that we won. I'm really excited for that game because I think that the Packers are a worse team now than they were then. So I think that if Jalen Hurts ends up beating Aaron Rodgers, that could be kind of the game where people were like, maybe this guy is a legit Eagles quarterback and could be actually the long-term guy that the Eagles are looking for. A game that I'm not excited to see, I'm not excited for that Vikings game. That's going to be a tough, gritty game. Like, do you guys think that's our first home game? I really think I'm not scared of the Vikings defense. I'm scared of their offense. I'm really scared of it.
Nah, Vikings defense is ass. Kirk Cousins is Kirk Cousins.
Dutch, I just want to see him. I think I'm gonna have to agree with you just because last season when we played like legit quarterbacks, Hurts did not ball out. Like when he played Tom Brady and like other like real winning quarterbacks, he didn't ball out. So like, kind of want to see him go up against Rodgers and see him try to actually ball out for once. You know,
but he has to play he has to play the defense. I don't get it. Why? Who cares about the other quarterback?
Because it's a chess match, Josh. It's not always just here's the defense, let me read it and sling it. Sometimes it's okay, I need to run the ball a certain percentage to eat up so much clock because I know Mr. Gunslinger Aaron Rodgers can easily march down the field in a 2-minute situation because he's a maestro, just like Tom Brady is, with 2 minutes left in a Super Bowl to win it almost every time. And like, it's sometimes not necessarily I need to outbeat this defense. I need to know, yes, I know I can beat this defense, but do I know that the other guy can also beat my defense? How do I then slow my progression to get to the ultimate end goal? That's the problem with you football people. You don't like to think. You got to be more like a baseball person and think.
Shut up about baseball. We already hit that.
Tom, you are right. But if you score a lot of points early on in the game, like it really don't matter. Like if you're up, like we have.
Yo, Jack, what did you say to Tom again?
I said, Tom, stop talking about baseball. It's a kid's sport. We were talking about that. It's like that. Run you over, B.
Yeah, I didn't know that video existed. I'm sorry, Tom.
You weren't here last week.
Yeah, you weren't here last week. Accurate description. You guys got to turn on your notifications. Be at every episode for 302 Birds. Thanks for bridging that, Jack. But Jack, which matchup are like you most nervous for out of all these?
Nervous. I don't know. I think
all of them. I'm nervous for all of them.
No, I think honestly the Titans, because yes, we have all this defensive powerhouse this season. That's gonna be a big test for if our defense is a solid defense that we put all this money and we can rely on them. So I think going against Derrick Henry and Ryan Tannehill, I think it's going to be a make or break to see if the defense can hang.
Can I say a rebuttal to that? I genuinely think the Titans are going to be complete ass cheeks this season. Their defense is mid. Ryan Tannehill is old, and like literally their only offensive players like Derrick Henry. Like they have nobody to throw the ball to.
You can say Ryan Tannehill is old, but he's still a premier
quarterback.
No,
he's not. What? He's ass.
out of the old quarterbacks still
Did you
in the
just say
league.
Joe
That's all.
Flacco was
God,
elite?
his ass. All he does, like if you stop the run game, all he is good in is play action rollouts. Like he is not good at like a pocket passer.
Yeah, you saw that against me playing Madden.
I know. And all you did was throw it to AJ Brown.
No, Antonio or
And Julio
Jones.
is not on the team anymore.
Yeah, I
and
know.
Julio's shit in real life now. Top 5 wide receiver ever. But really bad now. He's old. The Titans are going to be ass.
Do you guys actually think that like we could lose the Colts game? Because the Colts one I think is a
Yes.
sneaky team to be scary about. Like Matt Ryan's in there, a competent QB. I think that he's kind of got his thing going on. Michael Pittman's underrated. Jonathan Taylor and the offensive line, I don't need to explain. Same with the defense. Is that game in Philly? Does anybody know off the top of the dome?
No, I think it's in Indianapolis.
Yeah.
I think you're right. You're right. That one, I think I might honestly, looking at it now, I might chalk that one up honestly as an L.
It's also later in the season, and the Colts normally. Actually, never mind. The Colts.
No, the old Colts. I mean,
Yeah.
Matt Ryan.
Who knows? And that's not like a game I'm like really scared of.
I'm terrified.
What game are you scared of?
The Steelers, the Packers, the Cowboys, the Commanders.
See, I think the Commanders could be like how the Sixers treated the Brooklyn Nets this year. Like, we get our hopes all up to like put a spanking on, and then we shit the bed.
Tom,
Yeah, I kind of feel the same way, Tom.
let me ask you guys something. I would personally, it feels like this team is one position away on the offense and on the defense. It feels like at certain levels, if you got one guy that you signed or one guy that was like a beast and just knock out at his position, this could be a Super Bowl team. So let me ask you guys, if you guys could bring back any Eagles legend and put them on the current roster, who would it be and why? I might have to let Jackson take this one first.
Can you stop that? I don't like that.
Good job.
Clearly, B-Dog. B-Dog was a defensive menace, scary dude, the Wolverine. And I think if he was put into this team in 2022, I think that defense would be unstoppable.
Zep?
Joshua, the birthday boy.
I'm thinking.
Yeah, happy birthday to Josh, guys.
Thank you. Appreciate that. Mike Vick, and no disrespect to Jalen Hurts, but I feel like Mike Vick with this offense would just absolutely dominate. Between Quez Watkins' speed, AJ Brown's physicality, Devonta Smith's like all around just play, the offensive line, Miles Sanders, Goddard. I just think Mike Vick would destroy in this offense. And the defense is good enough that they can hold up. I also just love Mike Vick. I think Mike Vick's like one of the most talented football players of all time. It just sucks, like what happened, obviously. But
I have a similar response to Josh. Randall Cunningham. Could you imagine what Randall?
Donovan McNabb.
No. McNabb would puke in the huddle. We already know that he couldn't handle he can't handle the big time. He needs to learn how to put down the ball jack first, and then he can maybe become a legend again. But until then, we're gonna go Randall Cunningham because Randall Cunningham could at least handle the big moments, and it's just he can't necessarily play defense too. That was his issue in the 80s. That being said, Randall Cunningham, because no disrespect to Jalen Hurts, but Randall Cunningham is just like the 2.0 version of Jalen Hurts. He just takes it to another level. So I'm taking Randall Cunningham.
Though, in Jalen's defense, we don't know necessarily what Jalen's ceiling is. So it could be very possible that one day, I'm not saying for sure, I'm just saying it's a possibility that Hurts could be better. So here's my pick. I do love all your picks. They're all accurate and great picks. I think a QB, Tom, that's a great pick because we are a win now team. Great point. If I could bring back any position, though, win now team for me means put together the best defense you can. I'm putting in the guy, lay the lumber, Brian Dawkins, baby. We need a free safety. If he comes in, that's going to be studded with Slay, Dawkins, Bradbury, TJ Edwards, Kaiser White, Fletcher Cox, Brandon Graham, Javon Hargrave, Jordan Davis, Nakobe Dean. The list goes on and on. It feels like this is going to be our best defense ever, in my opinion, at least since the 90s. So if you put Brian Dawkins in this secondary, I would literally bet all my money, all my savings that this team would be a Super Bowl team.
That's fair.
No? You want it like with Brian Dawkins on the squad? No?
Actually, I'm gonna change my answer. Andy Reid. Yeah.
Oh, that's a great one, actually. I actually really like that.
Yep. No disrespect to Sirianni.
Why are we bringing back concrete Chuck Charlie, though, at linebacker? We don't need a center. That's like, I do love the pick, Joe, but we got Kelsey, brother. I mean, you can't replace him.
We have our linebackers.
Could this guy replace Dawkins, though? I mean, no, obviously. But, I mean, look at the turnover ratio. 12 turnovers and I think 63 games. That's like 1 out of every 5 games this guy's forcing some kind of turnover. That's pretty good.
That's what that would come out to about. So 20% is. I'm agreeing with you.
Jack, Josh, what do you guys think? You guys want Jesse Bates to come to Philly?
Nah.
Why?
I feel like it's going to be expensive.
That's what I was going to say. If the price is right, yeah, for sure. If not, then no.
And like I keep saying it, like safeties aren't important in our defense. Like they're just really not. Like we put a lot of stress on our outside corners, and I think our corners are locked down. So yeah, I'm cool with it. Like our safeties are honestly just like, oh shit. Like if they get to us, like we just have to make this tackle, guys. So I think even Jack's boy Marcus Epps could not be fun.
Whoa! Oh my god!
I don't want Epps back
They
there.
already kicked him off the team, but
I don't want that Epps slander. Bates should come to Philly. He has a 20% turnover ratio. I think that for me, that's a really good stat. If you look at consistent safeties in Philadelphia, I hear your point. We're really not like a safety like team in this defense, but I think adding one would really, really make us a really deep contender. Bates had a pick in the Super Bowl. He has phenomenal awareness, I think. He's extremely reliable, too. I looked it up today. He only has missed 1 game, at least during the regular season, in the past 4 seasons, which I think is pretty good. Now, the problem is the Eagles are ranked 29th in the league in cap right now with negative $26 million. So really unrealistic, but interesting that a lot of places are actually naming the Eagles a top landing spot. And I do agree with you, Joe. I think that he would solidify this defense and actually make them a top 3 contender in the entire NFC, in my opinion.
I mean, safety is definitely the position we're missing on defense. I just don't see the value in spending a lot of money when it's just not a big position in the defensive scheme.
We don't have defensive schemes.
I thought Jack was going to say that. Damn it, Jack. Put your shirt back on.
Hey, what you said.
Oh, okay. Well, that makes sense. There's no rules.
You're sitting right next to him. How did you not hear him?
So it's 1,000 degrees in this room, okay?
I can't really think straight right now.
You're lucky. You're lucky.
It's all good. It's all good. Tom Bates. No, you're a money guy, but we probably can't afford him, right? I mean, we're looking too far into.
You're probably right, but let's if we were.
Wait. After AJ Brown, now you're loose with the money.
No, I'm not loose with the money, but I'm just saying. Please, I'm never loose with the money. You've lived with me for how many years?
At least 3. I hear you. You ain't loose with the money. I'm just making sure nothing has changed. I'm checking up on you.
Nothing's changed. I'm just saying, if money's no object, I'm saying I would love him. Money's no option, I would love if he were an Eagle. However, I'm with Josh. I think the price would be a little too rich for my blood.
Yeah, fair point. Let me ask you one final question, Tom.
What?
If there was a Gatorade flavor that was worth your final piece of blood or whatever the hell you just said, I don't know, some kind of old man thing.
Yeah.
What would it be and why? What would be your best Gatorade flavor ever, Tom?
Best Gatorade flavor or like my favorite one that currently exists, or do I get to create the
best
flavor?
Gatorade flavor of all time that currently exists? What the hell is this, Narnia? You don't get to create it.
I don't know. The way you asked that question, I was just making sure I was clarifying.
Best Gatorade flavor of all time that currently exists. Go.
The yellow. I love the yellow. It's like that lime or whatever. Especially like, so hold on. I got to clarify. Hey, if that light blue, like glacier one, whatever.
Glacier Freeze, Tom. It's Glacier Freeze. It's obviously the best.
If we're talking straight bottled, that one. The Glacier Freeze Frost, whatever Joshua just said. Who even refers to them by their names? It's the light blue one. We all refer to the color, Josh. You heathen. But if I'm going like, you can buy it in powdered form at like Dick's Sporting Goods. If I'm buying the powder, it's got to be the yellow. I'm not sure why, but that one as a mix is the best.
I mean, you don't like
Yeah, like Fitz said, that's piss, dude. That's
No, it's not. It is delicious.
I'm sorry.
Tom, how many times have you bought Gatorade in powdered form, you psychopath? What?
Way too many
yours,
times.
Josh?
To make
What's
it
yours?
admit.
I like Glacier Freeze, the light blue. It's very good.
So do
Now-
I. I agree with you, Josh. If we were in person, I'd give you a fist bump right now.
And I would accept it. So thank you. Let's.
Here.
Oh, yeah. All right.
That's so stupid.
Fruit Punch. That's red. That's a solid runner-up.
No, Fruit Punch is great.
That's a
It
solid.
does- I feel like it's thicker. Like I feel like it sits in your stomach heavier than like the ocean one. It's probably all the same shit. Like probably tastes all the same. If you did
It's all
like
chemicals at the end of the day.
Dalton, write this down. Blind taste test, Gatorade. Boom.
Oh, yes. I love that. That's a great TikTok idea, but that's going to probably be easy, I think. But I would be interested to see if
I
was
don't think it'd be easy at all, to be honest.
Especially after you've had one or two.
All right, we're doing it. We're doing it. It's penciled in. It's going to be after a couple drinks at a tailgate. If you guys want to come out, come tailgate with 302 Birds. We're making it happen this year. Credits to Jay-Z. I'm not going to say his last name on the podcast because don't want to do him like that. But credits to our guy, Jay. But I wanted to come back to something that you said earlier, Josh. You said, quote, unquote. Go ahead, Jack.
Never mind. It's fine. No, it's
You're
fine.
good.
No, it's fine. No, you're good.
I just wanted to say, Josh, real quick. You said that people are psychopaths that have the powder Gatorade. Yeah, screw you, bro. And I have the best flavor Gatorade in the powder form.
Yeah, the yellow one's the best out of the powdered ones.
Have you ever bought this, Tom?
Yes.
When did you buy it? Glacier Freeze in powdered form. Tell me.
When I was in high school. That was peak of when I was.
Tom, what were you, like 14?
I was between the ages of 14 and 18 making these.
All right, Tom.
financial
My
decisions.
point is your taste buds change every 7 years. Give it another try, buddy. But Jack, back to what you were saying.
No, I have to agree with Jason. I'm a big Green Apple fan. Green Apple hits differently.
I've
It's
never
very.
actually had green apple. When did you?
It
used to exist?
No, it always exists. It still exists.
Oh my God,
Where the hell do
ew.
you
I don't
find
know
it?
that I've ever seen Green
How
Apple.
old are you?
Wawa.
4?
Wawa, and you'll see it.
Go to Wawa. Oh, sorry. No free ads.
It's just very
Even though you're
refreshing.
wearing a free
I love
ad.
it. And has a nice little tartness to it. Not too much of tartness, but it's good. And Josh, you like green apple apples, so I think you
I love Jolly Rancher Green Apple. Green
Are
Apple.
you like a witch or something?
Who?
You.
Why?
Just a weird obsession with green apple. That's all I'm saying.
It tastes fucking good. I've never had the Green Apple Gatorade. I'll have to try it.
I guess so.
What about when you're hungover? Does the Gatorade taste change at all?
That's why I'm saying Glacier Freeze. Glacier Freeze when you're hungover is like chug juice or slurp juice from Fortnite. I don't play Fortnite. But Glacier Freeze, when you wake up and hit that electrolyte, that's like slurp juice. It hits different.
I don't drink Gatorade when I'm hungover though. So
what do you drink when you're hungover? Like
water,
what's it called?
chocolate milk, greasy meat. That's all you need. Get back in the game.
Dutch, I have some P&Ps and some coffee.
Oh God. Glad to hear there's still a item on the menu. But I mean, that's pretty much all we got for you guys tonight. If you guys haven't already, please drop a follow, please drop a like, please hit that sub button. We're getting into the in season and we're only going up from here. Really excited to see what we can build with this group and appreciate you all without further ado, Jackson, you want to do the honors, baby?
Yeah, it's a outro, not an intro. So, Sags, hit that outro.
Jordan, please be nice to Josh. It's his birthday week.
Like for Jordan's left titty, follow for Jordan's right titty.